Hey everyone, this is a quick look at the LEGO Minecraft Abandoned Village set. I bought this for $45 US. When it comes with 422 pieces, I did build this live over on my Twitch channel. I will show you the figures and the one mob later, but first let's just focus on the main things you build. Not a whole lot to see here, just a tiny bit of terrain, but this is a decent Scarecrow build, and you can adjust the angles of the legs if you want to, and these are stair builds over here. This is a pumpkin patch with a well-defined entrance to it. Plenty of water, like way too much water, way more than you need there. I do really like the 2x2 jumpers in the trans dark blue. Got a little bit of mossy cobble around here and some ripe pumpkins ready to be harvested, and just the plants there. Not the best indication or Legoification of a pumpkin plant, but you at least get what they're going for here. This is an abandoned blacksmith's kiosk with an armor stand outside, which conveniently has some diamond armor on it. And inside is a blast furnace with the nice printed brick inside of there. And they also give you one of these dual molded fire pieces, which will accept a minifigure inside of it to show a minifig that's, on fire. Or you can just leave it like that to show ground that's on fire. It's not really designed to have the roof removed, but that allows you to get a little bit better access in there and to see that there's some mossy cobble below. Also, this can be easily removed because it just has the 2x2 round on the base, and then you can put that somewhere else. The big build is a house of a style that I personally had not seen before, but evidently this does exist, or it can be generated in-game in some versions. More pumpkins out there, a couple barrels outside, of course, a lot of cobwebs suggesting the fact that it's abandoned, and the roof of this, of course, is able to come off. And inside, unfortunately, all that's there is just a stone cutter, which LEGO in their marketing material often show being used as a sharpening stone, which I think is fine. It kind of looks like it could be a sharpening stone. And there are a couple spots to put some blocks or other things in there simply and easily around the edges with the use of the 2x2 jumper back there. This has an interesting thing going on right here with the two hinges. Why do they include two hinges when there's only one thing to hinge out of the way? Well, I'll show you in a minute. You see, this little bit of terrain represents the exposed temporary base of the player character in this set. So just a bed, couple candles over there. That's nice. And then the all-important furnace and crafting table. And underneath of this, there are a couple of ways you can look at this. For one, it can be the secret entrance to an underground base trick underneath a bed. So you can just imagine that that's what's being used for there. But even though there isn't proper access under it, I think that's what they're going for here, is a reference to that trick. Also, you can pull this off. Right? So that's where we come over to here, take this off and pop that on there, and now you've got a fixed up place. And of course you can take off more of the cobwebs and everything, and start to turn this back into a no longer abandoned village, but rather a place for you to actually set up shop. So you can take your stuff from here, mine it up, and then place it in here. This becomes your new full house, which is a good idea. Set comes with a black cat, which I'm assuming would represent the pet of the included player character. This has a nice print for the face, but it's a pretty simple basic design. Of course, you can bring the tail up, and with the use of the modified 1x1 back here with the rounded corner, you can also make the tail kind of curve off to the side, which is rather cat-like, I think. And that brings me to the three minifigures. The player character here is referred to as the zombie hunter. The printing on it is very good, including for the head. Very opaque. The white is a nice bright white, and the skin tone is a pretty good match. So good work there. Actually, pretty decent work with the production, with the printing at least over here for the zombie villagers, one of them being a farmer with the removable hat, which you can just take for yourself if you want. Still, the eyes are completely in the wrong place. If you see it, you see it, but at least it is consistent with what they've been doing to date for the most part. I don't know. I think it'd probably be better to fix it if they could, but at least the prints, like I said, are opaque enough, and there's no major misprint here. Just the design wasn't able to work out because of the way that they print these things and the fact that they're not able to get close to the nose with those eyes. These are the only leftover pieces, and LEGO does not do sticker sheets with Minecraft. Again, the price I paid for this was $45 US, but then it is 50 euros, which is more, but that does include VAT. And it's 45 British pounds, which is even more still, although still with that. But I'd say for all of my brothers and sisters across the Atlantic, you want to get this at discount. I would strongly recommend looking for a sale on this, and you should be able to get it cheaper than that RRP and that MSRP price. For me, $45, definitely not one of the better deals in the Minecraft theme to date. You know, Minecraft tends to be one of the better values to this day, to 2022. But I would like to see at least one more good, unique minifigure, a solid minifigure that's not a plain Alex or Steve, to sweeten the pot with this. But overall, like, the stuff that's included here is good, and the idea of fixing up this place, you know, reclaiming it, I think is solid. Definitely could have used one more player figure, and then also some pieces to connect the different bits of terrain together. That's definitely something that's missing, especially since here you've got different heights. You know, that is just a difference of a single brick, but I would really like to be able to connect things consistently. You know, even though they've switched from the old style of having everything elevated by a brick, like this is here, to being directly on the ground, but with the plates, still all that stuff can be interfaced with. So just give us some extra basic bricks and or plates and or these 2x4 jumpers with the two studs on top to connect things, and yeah, then we'll be all good. So yeah, a little bit of discount would do this well. Otherwise, the stuff that's included here, I think, is fine once you do get it, if you do. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.